welcome to Chat and Chill. My name is Sean, and I'm here to chat. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Chat and Chill. My name is Sean, and here, y'all, today we have a special guest. We have Miss Logan Alana. How are you feeling, Logan?
Hey everybody, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling blessed to see another day, blessed to be on here with Sean. I'm just blessed.
Yes. So, let's go recap. So, so who's Logan? Like, who is her, right? So Logan, her and I, we met in at school, Temple, right?
Mhm.
And we had this class. Why I care about college? Why I care about college? And I remember because it was always in the afternoon, and so
We
I
used to be
knew.
tired. We used to be so tired.
Right, right. And I remember us having a class, and I was like, okay, Logan. And then I think with me seeing Logan, she really inspired me because she had a lot of creativity when it came to writing. She writes a lot of stuff. She is a content creator. So tell us a little bit about yourself. 'Cause I can go on, but I want you to talk.
Okay, hey everybody, like Sean kind of touched on, I am a writer and a content creator. My primary sites that I like to post on are YouTube and Instagram, and I'm starting to dip my toe in the water of TikTok a bit. But I love posting lifestyle, college content, beauty related things, fashion related things, because I am a creative person, and I feel like when I'm not expressing that through writing, I'm expressing that physically, like with my style and whatnot. I just love content creation. If y'all couldn't tell, I'm a very outgoing person, or so I like to think. So, a way that I let that manifest versus, talking to people in person if I don't have the chance, I talk to my camera, y'all. And content creating has been such a great, like, a great habit of mine because it's allowing me to grow in different aspects that I didn't know for myself in terms of my comfortability. Because with me being outgoing, I won't lie, it's times I get shy, it's times I don't feel the best about myself. But picking up that camera and talking to myself and just, you know, I don't really, just talking to myself, I always know how to make myself feel better and get out of that kind of timid space.
Hey, that's good. And so I want to talk about this because I feel like I'm '06, right? I think we're both '06, right? Are you 06? Right,
I'm
right,
oh
right.
07.
Oh seven, okay, you're 07. So I'm 06, you're 07. But I remember when it came to like vlogging, doing content and stuff, I was like between the ages of like 13, like
Mm-hmm.
12. And I remember like telling my parents like I want to go into vlogging, doing YouTube, but then they was like, I don't think you're ready for that yet. And I feel like as I'm getting older and I want to start doing like different stuff, as far as the content wise, there's just certain things I know I'm like, okay, so now what I do? So it's like more so like that creative ground. So like I'm not sure if you have like, anything that you want to say as far as like how did you get started on your journey and like from I guess where you are now and then like the whole college process. So I know like I'm asking actually a lot of questions all at one time, but let's just start where content creating. Like how did you start and all that? What's the process?
Okay, so yes, I'm right with you in the 12 to 13 age range. Like I said, I am very much an outgoing person, but when I was younger, I didn't really have that many friends, guys. I didn't have that many friends, so I would always talk to myself in the mirror and be like doing my skincare, and it's like, "Hi, everybody, this is my morning routine." So I just took that avenue and kind of made my own friends through talking to myself. So I know I started my YouTube channel when I was 13. I remember being in sixth grade, and I think my first video was like a what's in my school book bag, and then I posted another video where this is my first popular video, guys. Back in the day, I had a Samsung or like an Android, and everybody had an iPhone. Everybody had an iPhone. I was the only one with Android, and everybody had the iPhone emojis. And, Android emojis, they're not as cool. So I posted a video. I posted a video about how I got iPhone emojis on my Android because I don't know what I did. I can't even remember, but there was some way that I fixed my phone so I could get iPhone emojis, and I posted that, and I got like 4,000 views. And To this day, I think that's where the bulk of like most of my subscribers came from. But I want to personally feel like they stayed because of my content now, which, like I said, is just like college based lifestyle vlogs, fashion stuff here and there. I do want to tap more into like sit down videos and talking type style videos, but I'm just taking it one day at a time when it comes to like switching up my content because I know once you kind of have a niche on like within whatever you do, it's kind of hard to step out that box, especially if that's what people know you for. That's why I feel like, although when I think of myself, I do think of lifestyle, beauty, and fashion. I don't want to just be lifestyle, beauty, and fashion. You know?
Right. That's good. That's good. So more so you're not putting yourself in a box. It's more so like you're willing to try like different stuff, but still being in the range of what you do. Because I mean, you're Logan Alana, so I mean, fashion and fashion is what you
Exactly.
do.
Exactly.
Yeah. So school. So this is I think this is your first year, right? First year.
Mhm.
Okay. And if you mind telling the listeners, where are you from?
Guys, I am from DC, Washington, DC. Chocolate City is not Chocolate City anymore, guys, and we're not going to talk about you know who in office. We're just not going to talk about that. But I am from DC. I love Philly. Coming there, it felt like I don't want to say a breath of fresh air because like it's two urban cities. They're pretty similar, but it did feel like a breath of fresh air in the sense that it's new culture. DC culture is pretty uniform. Like we got a little bit of variety, but Philly, it's way bigger than DC. So you have stuff that goes on in North Philly, stuff that goes on in Chinatown, South Philly. It's just always so much for you to do, all different types of people. I really, really love it. So yeah. In my first year, it's been pretty good. I'm super excited to come back. I might be a Philly girl, guys. I don't know.
Yeah, like I feel like college because a very, very similar experience first year. I really feel like it really made me like think about a lot of different stuff. So I think my first semester I chose my classes and I was like, oh, okay, I'm cool. And this semester, or like for like this year, I'm very strategic about everything because I'm telling you, like those morning classes for me take me out like every time. So I was like, if I start doing stuff in the afternoon, I should be okay. But then at the same time, I want to have a balance because I know like once class is in the afternoon, I still got other stuff to do at the end of the day. But then I also still want to feel refreshed in the morning. I don't want to feel like I'm like half sleep, but still finding that balance between doing work and having those days. So more so like being what's the word called? Being strategic about like planning for like your homework,
Mhm.
setting for tests. Like for example, there may be some days where I go to rehearsal and I sing. Then some days I just don't communicate with nobody at all. Like isolate myself and do my work so then I can get the good grades. Because that's what we're here for. We're not paying college tuition to
Exactly.
play games, huh? so what are some
Hello.
trips and tips that you may have for someone who's going to college, maybe for the first time or as your first year? Like, what was your experience and all that stuff like that?
Okay, I'm gonna get into my experience and then some tips and then talking on what you said about like scheduling and being proactive around that. My experience my first year was nothing short of great. I feel like I really put myself out there academically and professionally because if y'all don't know, I am a business major, so it's kind of, more professional, more a lot of like panel events. We got to wear the suit and ties and all of that jazz. So I think I did a great job at putting myself out there. I'm in a lot of clubs. I'm very active on campus. I did have my hiccups socially. They always say freshman year you're gonna have a little roommate situation, and by the grace of God, I got past that. So I'm not gonna talk too much about that, but I would just say come into your freshman year being prepared for anything. Coming to college, especially if you are away from your parents, like, you don't live in the city that you're going to college in, this is your first taste of adulthood. So, whatever trials and tribulations come your way, you just have to take it face on. Don't fight it. Don't run from it. Try your best to stay strong. If you are of the faith, pray about it. Pray about everything. It's okay to cry sometimes, but dust yourself off. Know that your purpose is bigger than whatever you're going through, and use that as motivation to keep yourself going. Academically, I'm not gonna lie. I came from an academically rigorous high school, so I thought that I was prepared for college, and I feel like I still did pretty good. But without those AP classes, the GPA shocker was a shocker to me, guys.
Mm-hmm.
I will say don't put a lot of academic pressure on yourself your first year because this is your first time getting a taste of collegiate level learning, and everybody can't have A's. C's get degrees too, guys. Like, just make sure to not put that much pressure on yourself because grades do matter, but your mental health also matters as well. And with that, finding a, like Sean said, a strong balance between socially doing the things that you like and extracurriculars and actually maintaining time to keep up with your work is very important because in college, without time management, as harsh as this sounds, you will crumble, guys. You will crumble under the pressure. And if you have a lot of things on your plate and you're not, focusing on what you need to be, like your grades need to come first. And then I'd say extracurriculars. If you're not doing that, it's inevitable what will happen. Um, and yeah, so back to that, just a little taste of more about me. My first year, I had a job. I write for the Temple News. I also was involved with about 3 to 4 clubs. And I'm not gonna lie, I've always been the type of person who I like a lot on my plate because my goal is to eat. I want salad, I want steak, I want corn, I want a Hawaiian roll, I want some cake and ice cream. I like to eat. I like to fill my life with things that I want to enjoy, and I just like to be enriched with different activities. But I will say that first year I may have I could have scratched 2 things off the list, and it's just about being honest with yourself. Like before you sign up for something, think, okay, if I have 4 classes on Monday and this club is on Monday, and I know I'm going to get homework for all 4 of those classes, does it make sense for me to join this, or maybe should I wait until the next semester? Because it's always okay to put something aside and join the next semester. But those are just some tips and tricks that I have. To your point about the scheduling, guys, I made the mistake of having an 8 a.m. But what I will say is all of my classes for the whole year of my freshman year were after 12. I'm not a morning person at all. I won't, I feel like every morning on a good day, I'm getting up at 10 o'clock. And I feel like that's a little bit later in the morning for my liking. So the 8 a.m. was the only class that was still left. And I didn't want to have to take, it was either 8 a.m. or 5 p.m. I didn't want the 5 p.m. That's too late for me, actually. So I'm just gonna have to get up. But part of my goals for sophomore year was to maximize my 24 hours better. When I was only having class after 12, I would have class from like 12:30 to 3, and then my day would be over with. And if you're asleep from the time you go to sleep to 10, you just woke up, went to class, and now it's done. So I feel like I want to get up earlier, maximize my day, knock out my classes early, have time at the end of the day to, do my extracurriculars. Just really being, I said proactive already. That's going to be my keyword, but really being proactive about the time that I have and using it to my best abilities.
Right. That's so true. 'Cause I'm telling you, when it comes to college, it's like so much stuff. It's not just the fact of, I was telling somebody this yesterday. I was like, college is really real life because like once you graduate high school, like you was going to school every single day, 20, well not 24/7, but 5 days a week, from 8 a.m. to 3 a.m. not 3 a.m. 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. and you're
Mhm.
so used to that tradition of waking up, going to school, or if you have the uniform, because some schools have uniforms, put on a uniform, make sure you look demure and prestigious, had a suit and tie on with the dress on, put the stiletto pumps in the school on. Just kidding. But no, seriously, like you said, it can be overwhelming at times. So really hone in on your mental health, and I believe this, and this is a statement that I say respectfully, to just myself and then whoever's listening to this, take care of yourself. Say no. If you can't do it, say no. Do not try to stress yourself out. Do not try to be everything for everyone. Stop trying to be everything for everything. You can't. You're only one person, you're only one human being, so you can only accommodate, what you need. And actually, so funny, right before school ended, Logan and I had a conversation, and she was telling me about the different points that she had. And I'm not sure if you got them like up on it, but I'll give you time to put this to pull it up. But like when I tell you, Logan has like these what you call it, different quotes. I was like, you know what? I have to really assess my life a little bit, because a lot of times, like I said, life can keep going, can go on and on and on and on, and not really, what you call it, think about what's going on for yourself because, like I said, you're just so busy, trying to figure out everything else, trying to figure out like with family, academics, all that stuff like that. It can get tedious. So that's that. So you have the points up yet, or
I
I
do.
know I put you on the spot.
No,
Okay,
you're
all right,
fine.
okay,
Okay. The first one is opportunity favors the prepared. I really like this one because if you're prepared, everything that needs to come to you will come to you. Like opportunity favors those who are prepared. Next is I never had anything I thought I couldn't. I also really like this one because it's more of a mindset shifter. Like if you think you can have it, you already do. It's about your mindset going into things. If you walk into a mindset that's clouded and it's like, oh, I'm not going to get this opportunity, you're already setting yourself up for not getting it. But if you already believe you have it, then you do.
right,
Okay. Another one, this is a little bit deeper. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. And I really like this one as well because a lot of people before getting into something, it's like, oh, I'm scared to fail, or I don't know because I just don't know the outcome. But you're not scared to fail. You're scared to really be successful and do more than what's asked for you. You're scared that the outcome of you taking this opportunity or becoming a part of this thing is going to let everybody see the power that you have, and you're not ready for that yet.
right,
Hmm.
right.
I don't measure my success with how much my original plan compares to my results.
That's so true.
That one, I really like that one because if you look at where you are now and your level of success and then compare to your original plan, it's like life happens. Not everything is going to be to the T of how you want it. And I feel like that's the beauty in life and growing and getting through things. Your success should be about how the space in between, what you did to overcome from the original plan to get there, not about, oh, well, I said I was going to do one, two, three, but I did four, five, six, you know? All right. Nothing beats a failure but a try. Pretty self-explanatory. First you don't succeed, try again.
Hmm.
And then procrastination is the assassination of all destinations. That's kind of a mouthful, but if you
Right,
procrastinate, you're not getting anywhere. So you're killing all of the routes and the destinations that you could be by not just getting it done.
right.
And then this last one came out of the conversation me and Sean had, but it says, you can't satisfy someone else's needs when you haven't met your own.
Sure did. Sure
From him
did.
himself, because I think it's important to always make sure, not in a selfish way, but because, like you said, you're all that you have. Before you try and pour your own water into other people's plants, you need to drink that water, nourish yourself, take care of yourself.
Right, right. Good. For example, like something that you said, and I this kind of came up in my mind. Like I'd rather give someone else 100% while I'm 100%. I don't
Exactly.
want to be at zero and they giving me half, they give me 50%.
Right.
So I don't want to be like that. We can't do that. So yeah, and like you said, like I think each one has its own motto and it resonates to both of us in different ways, and stuff like that. Now I gotta ask you. Now I'm making up words, right? But do you have on-campus itis? I'm not sure if that's a word, but I'm making it up. On-campus itis. So like, I know you on campus, da 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 da. Like, what is the experience like for you and just, dealing with, college life? It's like, okay, let me be outside. No.
I definitely have had my times. I looked out my window and I was like, I'm not feeling going outside today. I
Okay.
don't know if I would say I have on campus itis as in I'm tired of campus because it's only been my first year. I feel like I have a good knowledge of like everything on campus,
Right.
but there's always more to explore. Like there's different um red like halls, like learning halls I've never been in that have a whole bunch of things in them. Um, I would like a change of scenery and just exploring Philly more because I feel like I'm so stuck to only North Philly that this is all I know. And if I'm going to be here for 4 years, I would want to get to know a taste of everything Philly, not just North. But campus or being on campus has its ups and downs. Like you do get a little tired of taking the same routes and the same food options. But I think if I was to rate my love for being on campus, 0 with being disdain, hate it, and then 10 being with I love it, I'm at a good 7.5.
Okay, respectfully, right?
7.5.
Okay. So yeah, and then for me, I'm very much the opposite. So I had to take the train, take some
Ooh,
buses to
yeah.
get to campus. And sometimes the commute will be very crazy. Sometimes I would get to class on time. Other times I wouldn't get to class on time. Sometimes my dad would have to take me to to school just for the fun of it. I'm like, Dad, so you know what time it is, right, Dad? Just go on up a brother out. And then there will be times actually, this has actually happened to me. I think last week. I was catching the train home, and the train was stuck for like 30 minutes. And I'm just like,
30
right,
minutes.
yes, 30 minutes. 30 minutes. And I was like, right. So we had to go all the way back to the station where we left, and I had to walk all the way. I had to walk all the way to the next station, and I'm just like, but I think for me, it makes it. I think it made for me. It was I was grateful, because also
Mhm.
I was unbigging my back. As you can say. So
For
I
sure.
was, what you call it, like walking, all that stuff. So, and I feel like too, like even being on campus, like, I'm not gonna lie, we never gonna talk about the food now because those food options it can get redundant if you don't take precautions. So, like, have you found any hidden gems like on campus or outside of campus that you would prefer people to go to?
Okay. Two hidden gems. One is not so hidden. It's in the student center, but I feel like people should use and abuse it more. I love salad works. If you're a salad person, or if you like grilled wraps, they have some great salads, great grilled like chicken Caesar salad wraps. It's only one meal swipe, so those are pretty good. And there is a Mexican food truck on campus, and it is fire. The Mexican food truck is like next to the student center, and I'm pretty sure it's locally owned. Like it looks like there's like a family who owns it. The prices are good. You can get a good amount of food, and it comes with sides for like $10. And yes, we're college students. Nobody really wants to spend money because I know I was frugal. If I didn't have it, baby, I'm not spending it. I'll eat Chick-fil-A for the thousandth time before I go and spend money. But when I discovered the food truck, I was like, I can set my $10 aside for this. Like I can get behind this.
Right.
Um, I also heard that the food on the wall by Missouri is pretty good. There's like a wall there. I've never personally had it, but I know as soon as it gets hot, everybody's at that wall. So that'll definitely be something that I want to try this year for sure. I also had the blessing of staying in Morgan, so I had the access to a kitchen, and then fresh grocery was across the street. So when I wasn't eating out, I was chefing it up to my best ability because sometimes all you want is a home cooked meal. I feel like processed foods and eating them all day, every day, and that being like what you have the option of eating from sun up to sundown, you're going to get tired of it. And then also, it's going to start to do a damage on your health because it's like, yes, we're in college and this is what we have, but
Right.
we shouldn't just only be eating this. Oh, I completely forgot about the dining hall. Now, I will say I was not a dining hall girl, was not a dining hall warrior because of the distance that it was from my dorm.
Right.
But when I would go, like I had their breakfast. Their breakfast is really good. And I've eaten there. I've eaten there a couple times. They have a lot of good hidden gems. Like the burgers are always good. Their salads are nice. I just think it's a balance of having your food from the side and either cooking or getting some type of home cooked dining hall meal because like I said, eating processed foods back to back to back, guys, I'm not going to get into the health implications behind that, but just know they're not good.
Right. Right, right. They're not. And especially when you said the dining hall, I remember this one time, Logan, I was so devastated. But I also had to realize that I know everyone has their own, like, what's that thing called? All precautions for, like, different seasons and stuff.
Hmm.
Because, look, I'm not gonna lie, like, now, wait a minute. Because, I grew up in a house where we have the whole cabinet of seasonings. I mean, we got paprika, we got salt and pepper, we have, I can't think, onion powder, we
Garlic
have
powder,
garlic powder, just
season all, everything.
everything. So one day it was like I remember this like it was yesterday because it was our first. It was like I think like orientation or it wasn't orientation. It was an orientation during the summertime because you know how they came back and they
Hmm.
had everybody in this one room and they took everybody like to different parts of campus depending on what your major was, right?
Hmm.
So we went to what was the dining hall. I'm like okay, like okay buffet
Time to
buffet
eat.
buffet. Right. So I go get the piece of chicken, right? And I'm like, okay. It wasn't because I'm not okay. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, y'all, do not revoke my black card. Please do not revoke my black card. I am not a fried chicken type of guy, and that's
I don't
okay.
like it either. I don't like it. To
And that's okay. That's
Don't
okay.
get us,
No,
guys. Don't
it's
get us.
okay. It's all right. So they had the baked chicken, or was I forgot whether it was baked or grilled. But I went to go take a bite, and I said something's not right. Because what is seasoning?
Where is the flavor? I'm not
Right,
getting any flavor.
right, right. But then I realized that, like I said, everyone has their own. They may be some people may be allergic to those type of seasonings. So I said, you know what? Next time I make sure I bring my little container. Just put it on there. Just for
Hmm.
the like of it. But yeah. So yeah. I'm trying to think of other stuff. Is there anything else that you would say? When it comes like campus, college, anything?
Okay. Yeah, I've had two things, and then I think I'm done. I need us to stop making Philly seem so scary. Like, I did a YouTube video, self promo. Go subscribe to Logan Alana, and I gave the tea about Temple and kind of touched more on my freshman year experience, but in more question based that like I asked my subscribers. There is a whole stigma around Philly being dangerous and North Philly being violent. And Sean, you can attest to this more because you're from Philly. But
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, yes, we get the TU alerts. Unfortunately, it's an urban city. There's stuff that's bound to happen.
Right.
And it is very unfortunate when lives are lost because of said actions. But can we please stop villainizing Temple as this, oh, you can't walk outside at night. Oh my gosh, you're bound to get robbed. I think it's more of a discernment and just knowing, like, if you're from the city, you already know how cities are. You can't be on
Right.
your phone. You have to be very attentive to your surroundings. And some people come to college with just this, oh, la da 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 da. I'm just gonna, do whatever and everything's gonna be fine. And it's like, if you came to Temple, unfortunately, you don't have that luxury because
Right.
we're in a city, you have to be on point. Like you have
Right.
to be paying attention. So I need us to stop villainizing Temple and North Philly because yes, there are its cases and whatnot, but it's a great city. And you just have to get to know like where you're going and pay attention. Get off that phone. Get off that phone. You don't need to have headphones on if you're walking and it's dark outside. Because how you gonna hear somebody sneak up behind you?
Right.
You're not. You're not.
Right.
I would say that, and then I will also just give some advice to I don't want to say the young Christians because like if any new people are watching this, we're just a year apart. But to any people coming in or any people that are in college, guys, please do not fall victim to the ways of the world while you're here. It is a okay to say no to going out and doing things because God has us on a path that He wants us on, and it is so easy to be tempted to do X, Y, and Z while you're here, but you just have to have that focus and understanding that He wants better for you.
Right.
And to stay true to yourself, don't let anybody sway you and feel like you have to lessen any parts of who you are as a believer to fit in.
Right. That's so true. That's so true. And I feel like too, also too, adding on to what you were saying, I was also gonna say that with the belief part, for me, we Christian all the way. We love Jesus Christ. Like,
Mm-hmm.
amen, hallelujah. So my thing was when I came to Temple, I knew I wanted to join not what? A faith-based
Mm-hmm.
organization. A faith-based wow, I can't get the words out.
It's
But
all
you know what
right.
I'm
It's
trying
all
to
right.
say? Faith-based organization. So TGM, which is Temple Gospel Ministries, we are technically known for singing, being a choir, but we also have like Bible studies, praise dance. They have praise and worship. We have our worship nights, and it's really. I think. Have you ever been to one of our worship nights before? I'm not sure if
I
you have.
haven't been to a worship night, but I did go to y'all end of the year like performance ceremony, guys. I was crying in a crowd. It was great. It was amazing. It was amazing. It literally was.
Yes.
This year I definitely want to make more time to either join Temple Gospel Ministries or there is another hmm the Faith Walkers, Temple Faith
Mhm.
Walkers.
Mhm.
I definitely feel like I need to pour into being in more community when it comes to my faith because I've kind of
Right.
been solo. Like, I read my Bible by myself, I walk to church by myself, but a part of the faith is being in fellowship with others. So,
So true.
hopefully, I can, hop on in. We'll see.
Right. Right. Because who knows? We may get Logan singing a
Oh,
little pitch. Oh.
oh,
She
baby.
said.
I don't know if I could carry a tune. I don't know. Y'all sound good. Y'all don't need to take any beginners. Just keep the people y'all have. I'm gonna get up there sounding like who did it and why. Nah.
Logan, you are so hilarious. No, but seriously though, but like even what you were saying, like with the faith based organizations, like you said, it is community in that. So I would definitely advise you if you are like I said, into your faith. For me, like I said, it's Jesus Christ. So I'm gonna make sure I find people who are like minded to me.
Hmm.
Because they all like I think even for me, even though I can do well, I can't do it on my own, honestly. But what I can say that God leads you to the right people who you need to be around. And
Hmm.
I love to draw myself to people who are like minded because they keep me steady. Even
Exactly.
like, cause like I'm telling you, there are times like I'm being honest. There are times where we go through like real life stuff and it's ghetto. I mean, it is real crazy. So having people that you can depend on, you can talk to, is really important. Cause hey, you never know, you may get your deliverance, huh?
Hello?
By getting by getting what you need and talking to the people that you need to talk to, and being aware of who you talk to as well. That's another thing too. And then what you were saying about North Philly itself, yes, I understand that part. Some people be bashing North Philly, but at the same time, it's really I tell people this all the time. It's pretty much common sense. If you know
Yes.
it's not right, don't do it because more likely it's going to end wrong than it is going to end right. So I would say to someone that like I said, to be able to kind of navigate the city and be aware. I also would advise you to, if you have friends or stuff, go be
Stay in the
outside with
pack, y'all.
them. Right? Yeah. Well, yeah. I would say you stay in the pack, stay in the house if you want to stay in the house. No, but not too much though. Gotta explore. But seriously though, stay in the pack because a lot of times stuff happens, and I'd rather for you to be at least with one person that you know that you trust,
Exactly.
and stuff like that. And then whenever you're going out, be aware who you're around. And this is about like this is what was so important to me. Just being careful, cause like some people they may treat you, they smile in your face, but then that's not how they really feel about you. So being very mindful, being very having a lot of discernment when it comes to that, because that's really important. And what was the other thing that you were saying? I just
Um,
forgot.
I just touched on like Philly and like my faith and tips.
Right. Yeah.
Uh,
So that's. I'm
mhm.
sorry.
No, no,
Sorry.
no.
So yeah, but more so the tips, and yeah, I think that's pretty much it. But yes, guys, thank you so much for listening, tuning in on today's podcast. Logan, where can they follow you? Where can they can find you?
You guys can find me any and everywhere at Logan Alana, Alanaa. It's two A's, guys, or you can just look up Logan Alana, and I'm sure to pop up on YouTube. I am going to be dropping so many more college related videos as the school year comes back. Sean needs to get in a vlog because I don't think I've ever vlogged with him. We're gonna have so many days that we can hang on campus, so you'll be in some videos.
Okay.
Follow my Instagram. I do like lifestyle content and reels on there. Just overall really fun girl. I love posting, so make sure you guys stay tuned.
All right, and y'all always know, I love you. Jesus loves you more, and I hope you enjoyed the episode. Peace out.
Bye.
Bye.